As someone who's lived in California for my whole life, I never experienced winter at all, which means I've never had a typical white Christmas. Where I lived, it was sunny for literally every month of the year. I'm obviously not complaining, but I did wonder what it would be like to live in a place that actually had a real winter. Rain was about the most exciting thing that ever happened, and even that was only a few times during the year. I always thought that, living in a place that's cold during the wintertime sounds like fun. Boy, was I wrong. So like I've mentioned, my brother plays ice hockey, which is in a rink of ice. And obviously it's freezing in there. But do you know what's even better than sitting in a freezing cold rink for an hour and a half while all of your limbs feel like they're slowly freezing off? Going outside and having it be even colder than being inside the ice rink. How was that even possible? How is it warmer inside a building filled with ice than it is outside? You know, where the sun is? Because the thing is, everyone knows that water freezes at 32 degrees, and most ice rinks have their ice freezing anywhere from 17 to 29 degrees. Yes, I'm actually bringing numbers into this. I'm just going to go ahead and guess that when you stand by the glass, it's, let's say, 30 degrees. And the temperature is usually above 30 degrees outside, but it still feels colder outside. So the place that's warmer feels colder. Gotcha, that makes a lot of sense, you know? Silly me. Why would I think that the place that's actually warmer be warmer? That makes no sense. All I have to say is props to anyone who's lived in a cold place like this for their whole lives. I feel bad for you guys. Wind probably has something to do with it, but it isn't always windy outside, so I try to run to the car as fast as I can without slipping, falling, and breaking my neck. But when I get home, it is pretty nice seeing the snow falling from the window when you're sitting inside drinking a nice cup of hot cocoa. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my family has a bunch of traditions that we do every year during the holiday season. We like to make cookies, listen to Christmas music, watch holiday shows and movies, and of course decorate a Christmas tree. Every year, we go out and get a live tree. A couple of weeks ago, we went out to go and get one, and of course, it was rainy, windy, and freezing. It was weird. We got there, and there was hardly any selection for some reason, and the place looked abandoned. There was nobody even around. We walk around to see the options and narrow our choices down to 3 trees, me holding one of them. It took everyone a few minutes to pick the perfect tree. Could have fooled me, though. It felt like we were standing there for all eternity while I could just feel the frostbite approaching my hands. We finally picked the best tree, and now we just had to get it wrapped and trimmed. Lucky for me, though, my hands were absolutely covered in sap. I wiped them off, and then we waited for the tree to be put on the car. We're used to having the workers put it on the car for us, but the customer service was less than stellar that day, so we were on our own for this. I had to hold the plastic in place while my family tied the tree down, and once we got it secure, we were finally on our way home. Somehow the tree didn't fly off the car, which, was always a plus. I was sitting there for a good 10 minutes warming my hands up, but I'd say it's well worth it because it looks great and adds that nice festive feeling to the room. Those were just my thoughts on winter and some stories to get you in the holiday spirit. Thanks for the support recently, and I hope you all have a great Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and also a Happy New Year. Spend some time with your friends and family, and have a good one.